What's going on, everybody? It's your host, the Crypto Wonder. Hope you're doing well. Let's get right into it. Now, this whole thing with the community, these discussions about Ethereum hex versus pulsechain hex, regardless of where you stand, it's really going to be up to the market to decide. That's my opinion. The market will decide what's what. Just like how the markets have decided up till now and will continue to decide how things unfold. I mean, for real. Because the whole thing about why some of these guys believe that Ethereum should sort of like be abandoned. How are you gonna abandon? It's just, guys, we gotta do better. Like they want new people who are coming on to realize that hex on pulse chain is quote unquote, I guess, the best hex or the most feasible out of all the other blockchains because it's on Pulse. Because, the reason why Pulse was created was because of the whole gas fee problem with Ethereum and a few other things too. But, during the last bull market, the prices of transactions and gas fees and everything were just disgusting on Ethereum, which prompted everything to sort of like be done so that now here we have we have pulse chain. I get all that. Are you asking, how are you asking? And this is for the people who believe that pulse hex, like folks should stop dealing with hex on Ethereum. All this time, up till May 10th, 12th, whatever. 10th is the real time, but when it forked, and then 12th is when it became publicly public. Look. All this time, this narrative, 55-55 was being pushed. You could see especially, during the whole pulse chain sacrifice till now, 55-55 was the narrative that was being pushed. I made songs about it, for goodness sakes. 55-55, 55-55. Where were the 55-55s being done primarily? On Ethereum. You can't stake on Polygon. We have two ghost chains that no one talks about. The stakes are there too, though, believe it or not. 55-55s are over there. But my whole point is, what happens to the people who 55-55? Oh, no, y'all are good. We can't, there's nothing you can do. But moving forward with new people, just don't point them in Ethereum direction or whatever. Just make sure they have blinders on and they focus just on Pulse Chain. How successful do you think that'll be? Why wasn't this talked about before Pulse Chain launched? Why wasn't this even discussed or a discussion? Why? I don't know. Because it's like a lot of people are reminding everyone that the founder said that he doesn't want to see cheap hex anywhere. He wants to see expensive hex everywhere. In other words, And so what happened? We had two ghost chains fork Ethereum in September of last year. And he was asked, what do you think about those chains? So he, relay 51% attacks. That was a narrative in the beginning, this and that. Sure, there's, there needs a lot of community involvement and development that needs to be done on those blockchains and all this stuff. Yes, it's a lot to be desired, but who knows what the future holds. But I don't hear anything. I don't hear the narrative about the expensive hex everywhere anymore. Like that, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what happened there. And leading up to now, because you don't hear a lot of talk about expensive hex everywhere anymore, now they're trying to just attach their agenda or their position. I'm saying the guys who are pro pulsechain and anti EHex, they're trying to attach their agenda or their position to, now it's, anytime you're onboarding new people, don't talk about, just make sure that that you're clear, that you point them in the direction of Pulse and not EHex. And, you don't, now, like, I guess they're, quote unquote, in their position is stronger now because Richard hasn't said anything really against their position, in a sense, right? He hasn't said anything like, those guys are bugging out. Hex is hex. He hasn't said anything. But he hasn't given 100% okay either. So he's kind of like up in the air with it. It's like he can't give any definitive answer either way. Maybe he's dealing with whatever he's dealing with that only he knows and everyone else doesn't know, legalese or whatever. Who knows? But my whole thing is like, all right, the people are going to decide. Ultimately, we make our own decisions. Ultimately, this is crypto again. It's solo sport. This is where again, another example of when you click send, who's forcing you to make any transaction whatsoever? No one, right? So it's just you. So it's you as an individual that is deciding whether you want to do A or B or not. That's it. That's where the whole solo sport piece comes in. It's just that simple. It's not you and 10 other people that are conducting the same transactions. It's you that are clicking send, receive, trade, sell, buy, whatever you want to call it. So it's you that also make your own decision. Like, you have to think critically. And I understand both sides of the equation, but one thing I do understand too is ultimately, again, it's whatever. You could think whatever, y'all. Like, for me, the people who pushing the Pulse narrative, like the PulseX, Pulse, y'all should have been a lot more vocal before the thing forked. If that was supposed to be, I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't see what happened. Like, what was, maybe they sold. Maybe they did that and want everybody to do the same. Maybe they did that and maybe want to buy it back and cheaper, but not on the Ethereum side, maybe on the Pulse. Who knows and who cares? I got no time to be thinking about someone else's strategies. I could only think about manning my own destiny, like manning my own ship, aligning with whatever destiny and mission that I have to fulfill on my own, without the confusion and the extra noise, because after a while all that just becomes is just noise. EHex, PHex, all that's just noise. Especially when you're looking at a situation where you're looking at Ethereum. Let's keep it real. The gas fees are not as high anymore like they were before Pulse launched. I'm not going to say general. I'm not going to make a general statement like that. The gas fees are still high on Ethereum, but it's a little bit more. They've lessened. I've seen it with my own eyes. It's been my experience. Various days during the week, not just on a Sunday, where the fees are cheap. Because that's just been the narrative for years. Oh, Sunday morning, you could just get cheap fees. Wait. It's been generally less expensive. And then when you're looking at Hex, again, this whole time for 3.5 years, 55, 55, 55, 55. And I remember when I was in a Hexagon, when I was in the beginning, I wasn't a believer, but I was still watching. For the first 6 to 8 months, people had a hard time believing in staking 15 years. So the 55-55 narrative really jumped off to me, in my opinion, right when the sacrifice launch occurred. The sacrifice phase occurred. It was 55-55, everything 55-55, hashtag 55-50, all this time, and this was done on Ethereum. So what you saying for this again? Yeah, I gotta repeat it. You want people to nuke their 15-year stakes? You can't be serious and ask people to nuke the 15-year stakes. I know that's not what they are. They can't tell you that. You know what I'm saying? They're not. I don't think they're saying that. I don't think they're really saying that. How are you nuking your 15-year stakes? I mean, be for real. They copied over to, if you had them before the fork, before mainnet, you got a copy of it on the other side of the town. And what makes people think that Ethereum will not address these gas fees issues within the next 5-10 years? Like, oh, ye of little faith. Like, who knows what's going to happen? Who can tell the future? Nobody. No one. What makes us believe, like, oh, yeah, this is just, oh, yeah, you see how the fees are now? Wait till the bull market. Wait till the second bull market. Wait till the third bull market. Or wait till the next 4 bull markets. You are going to have the hardest times to. Yeah. But that's if you continue to believe that there's not going to be any upgrades or solutions to address that problem. You know? Anything could happen. There's a thing called evolution, advancement, innovation, technological advancement, growth, development, anything could happen. Who knows? Me, I think is personally the whole reason why they drag their feet is because they rich already. And I'm talking about the founder, Ethereum, his collective and all. They got the bag, people. They got the bag. When people got the money already, they're not motivated to work for you and I. They're already rich. Their great-great-grandkids already spoken for the amount of wealth they have right now. They're not motivated to do anything. Oh, yes, 5 cents. No transaction should be 5 cents, 5 cents. He was loaded back then. And that was in 2017 when that video made. He meaning Vitalik. But I digress. My whole thing is this, like, however you feel. I mean, I respect both sides of the story. I respect both sides of the equation, but I'm not going to, look, my onboards, this is one of the reasons why I created this video, because I have an onboard who asked me, like, what's this about? What's this EHex, PHex? And I'm like, yo, relax, relax. You got your copies, you both chains. Don't wreck your bags and follow what other people are telling you to do. Follow what's good for you. Not even me. Like, don't even follow me. Follow what's right for you. Because he's doing his own research and discovering how folks are just nuking their bags on Ethereum to play on pulsechain. And he's asking me because it doesn't make sense. He sees people like through his research, folks are nuking their stakes, getting rid of their long-term stakes on Ethereum. Just does that even make sense? What that helps you understand, and I had to tell him, well, if they're nuking their stakes and you're still staking, you receive more shares. You're receiving more than they did because they're out now and you're still in the pool and you're receiving more as a result. When they were in, you were receiving less because they were in. Now that they're out, good luck to them. You receive more while they nuke their stakes and have to now, if they want to come back in, which maybe not because it's the whole Ethereum thing. It's just weird. It's just weird. Like, I can't picture myself. You start a 15-year stake, you a year, 2 years in your 15 years, and you're going to nuke it? Nuke it for what? Nuke it for what? Unless you loaded and you don't care. That's another thing. I think some of these guys are so loaded, their narrative don't fit mine because I'm not there. I'm not, these guys, they speak a certain language that really they don't speak for me. Doesn't resonate with me. You can, uproot yourself, go on vacation, go travel here, go do this, go acquire that because, you got your big bags. Your bags are loaded. You did very well in Hex. God bless y'all. But not everyone can concur or align with those sensibilities because we're not in those types of positions. We don't have those conditions that are ripe to be able to just nuke a 15-year stake in year number 1 or 6 months. It's what is that? Financial suicide. Like everybody, and that's another thing. Like if you're going to question gas fees, but then you got to keep things simple and practical too. Because you don't think if you hold on to pulsechain and you hold on to the coins that matter, you don't think that you have a high probability or a high chance of really becoming financially wealthy enough to take care of some gas fees on Ethereum? Are you that cheap? Like, what are we talking about? Are you gonna be that miserly, right? Frugality to the extreme level? Like, what? I don't understand. Won't you be able to handle it and afford the costs? In case Vitalik is still, drag or his minions, Ethereum Alliance, dragging their feet on addressing the gas fee problem. But by then, we're talking what? Let's give them another 3 years, 4 years. And pulsechain bubbling, PulseX is bubbling, Hex is bubbling on all these beautiful things are happening on this chain. You don't think it's just gonna do what it's supposed to do, what it's designed to do? Designed to do. That's documented of what the founder said. What is designed to do? Do very well. A blockchain that's supposed to be more superior than Ethereum, which is why y'all trying to get everybody to use to use pulsechain instead of Ethereum. You don't think if you hold on well enough, like multiple X's, multiple gains to where, Ethereum, you still messing up. Your gas fees are atrocious. Boom. Here you go. Oh, how much is it? Yeah, it's going to cost that much. Not a problem. Took care of it. Like, I don't know, man. I don't understand. Like, to eliminate a revenue stream, because this is what's been the narrative also, the talk. Money printers. To eliminate a whole stream of money printers on Ethereum. Just because what? What? Oh, the liquidity, the bonded, not bonding, this technical mumbo jumbo that you're conjuring up in your head. That's what? What does this translate? What does this, right? What does this translate to? What are you telling me? All these things y'all were telling me is just what? What? It was just, a dream? It wasn't legit? You're not standing on your word, integrity? Like 55 on Ethereum, it doesn't matter no more. It's just nobody since pulsechain launch, if anyone sees Ethereum is at such a low price from the all-time high, negative 98% low, 98% low from the all-time high, and they're not going to see it as an opportunity to do something with that? It's not screaming a signal to them to do something? Like, I don't understand. What are y'all talking about? Oh, but then they're going to say, oh, no, they're the sheep. The sheep is following. What sheep is? Everybody got something to say about everybody. Everyone has something to say about everybody, and then people are wishy-washy. That's why I don't really like, I do my own thing and follow the beat of my own drum. Point blank, period. And I speak and say things that I feel like saying when I say it and when I find it appropriate. But y'all have to continue to think for yourselves. Those of you who exercise some form of critical thinking, salute to y'all. Because you're going to have to keep doing that when you're in this crypto space. Because you got people in this community, like in the same community, not even outside the community. You got people in this community that consistently sow seeds of confusion and do things to try to like, you know, like you always kind of find yourself trying to, okay, like you're morphing, you're transforming into something else within a community that you thought was pretty much overall on point, that you could meet your needs based on the products and services that we provided in this ecosystem. But then there's this subset or subculture of being cool or having the coolest ideas and just trying to follow and model the coolest of the purest of the pure. And it's all arbitrary and it's all nonsense. Because the bottom line is, how are you going to liberate yourself in mind, body, and spirit? Like, it starts with your health, it starts with you, and then now we got to do something where we fight these money problems that we have, and using these tools to solve these issues. And in the meantime, I don't care what type of philosophical, strategic, whatever somebody has to me. If the thing doesn't like jive with me, I'm not buying into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it doesn't make sense, folks just like to talk and create drama because they just are, quote unquote, earth disturbers. There's some people that just don't know how to be still. They always have to kick up dust and cause ruckus. And that's what you find all the time. Stay away from those types of things, because all it does, it continues to bring drama into your life, chaos and stress. And what does that do? That has an effect on your overall wellness and well-being. It does. And you're going to mess around and listen to some piece of information that's really just won't even help you in any shape, form, or fashion. Make a mistake. You might, catch on to it, make a mistake, and then regret it down the line. Just follow your own mind and your own decisions. And even when you make a mistake, because we all going to make mistakes. No one out here is perfect. No one out here has a secret sauce. And what I'm telling you, when you talk about money, it brings the worst out of people. And we're not talking about chump change on this side of the pond. We're talking about big things. Big things are going on. Like, seriously. It's no joke. Brings the worst out of people. Somebody else who got whatever situation, taken care of can't speak for me. No. Not trying to hear any of that. At all. You think I'm going to cut a leg? You know what I'm saying? Like Ethereum and ladder. All I was hearing, Ethereum and ladders on Ethereum. Oh, now we have pulsechain? Oh, it was duplicated? Oh, okay. Oh, wait, isn't it a double up? Yes, a double up, but forget about Ethereum. Just cut that leg off. Cut all those legs of ladders off and start fresh with your newborn or with your newborn onboards. Stop it, folks. Make it make sense. You're already dismissing and forgetting about two ghost chains over there. That's earning. That if you're staking and earning yield over there, but that's dismissed. No one talks about that. You know what I'm saying? Crazy to me. It is what it is. But here we are with pulsechain. And it's just this feud. Come on, man. And I'm sure if it wasn't this, it would have been another issue, because there's always got to be some kind of chaos and drama somewhere. In any case, folks, practice some critical thinking, some analytical thinking. That's all. Process information, whatever you get, take it. Don't listen to everybody. Just take care of your whatever information you get. You make sure you understand it, and you make the best decision that's right for you. All right, y'all. I'm going to catch y'all on the next one. Take care.